Greetings! How you doing, friends? I had a super hardcore day yesterday shooting music videos, so my voice is a bit rough and I'm feeling, like I'm 48 years old. So I thought I'll shoot in my living room, have a relaxing time. I've got a coffee. Feel free to do the same thing. Welcome to my home. Take a seat. Imagine as if you are here. I'm just going to talk to you about the Simplifier X, which is a really cool small unit, beautifully designed in Chile. I popped it next to me so that I can access things nice and easily, but I didn't need to. It comes with this beautiful little foot switch. I mean, it really is teeny tiny. DSM Humboldt did an incredible job with this little tiny foot switch. It's got everything on it that you would need. It's WYSIWYG. And I think WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, kind of really sums up the Simplifier X. Their sort of, I don't know if it was their mission statement, but looking at it, they wanted it to be something that you would observe, immediately kind of comprehend, know how it works. You can look at it and just kind of work it out. You don't need to read a manual. I did, but you don't need to. And it's got a myriad of tones. Of course, you can plug into, a beautiful CLR like I've got down here from Atomic, or you can go direct, which I'm also doing. Or you can plug it into the back of, like an effects return. There's a myriad of ways that you can plug this thing in. So it's really practical. And I love that about modern product. You young bros, you got no idea what it was like back in the day. It has two sides. It has kind of a cleany side and then kind of a gainy side. And you can set either side 100 different ways. I'm just going to run through a few of them for you. Basically, with the foot switch, you can activate a whole load of different ways of it working, but you can go from one side to the other, or both, or whatever. You can turn on or off the reverb. Actually, I kind of default to the stack setting because I prefer to imagine that I am playing through a 412 stack. But it could also be a twin or a combo. I've got mine on the British mode because I'm British, and I've done a bunch of normal tone sculpting. I've backed off the lows and I've pushed some of the highs because I know if I'm going to use this live, I've got to get past Zaire, and he is a very loud bassist, as are all bassists. You know who I'm talking about, bassists. It's a nice clean tone. Let's change a few bits. We'll go to a combo. We'll go to an AC 30 type of vibe. I love it when they can't say the name of the amplifier. It's really fun. And we'll keep it with, you can choose the preamp type. I'm going to go for clip power type. Interesting. It really kind of boxed up and gave a bit of grind, which I like. You can affect the power section, the preamp gain, all these different things. There's way too much to do in one video, but we'll change a few more variables. We'll give it a little bit more preamp gain, a little bit more of the power amp, back off the presence slightly, and let's change the power type. Yeah, there you go. So you notice it still cleans up. And if I add a pedal, I've got the Grittador here, which is a beautiful pedal from Brown amplification. If I add this into the mix with a little bit of grip, it's quite receptive to pedals. It's accepting the pedal in a really nice way. I like it, it's good. I don't really use a clean sound. I will now set this how I would tend to use a channel A. I've set my channel A like a Marshall Plexi stack, kind of in between what they're calling blue and black speaker settings. So it's like this. If I tap it first of all, you'll still get it clean. Tap it and slap it. And of course, if I whack a gritador on that, it's going to scream. It's a little bit dark. I'm going to brighten it slightly, and it's going to sound. There you go. A lot of that was, by the way, changing from a blue-black speaker type to a green-blue speaker type. Really nice sound. So it's funny, when I move, what I discover is when I move through cabinet emulations, I kind of get tone blind, and if you just move through them fast, it's really difficult to work out what you like the sound of, if anything. I mean, it's all a filter, yeah? Everything in here is just a kind of filter that ends up over here in these two devices. But when you're changing a filter so radically, sometimes it blinds you with the change, and you don't even think you like the sound. So sometimes it's important to just make gradual small changes and then see if you settle on one, rather than sweeping to find this thing that you're looking for. You know, it doesn't always work that way. Would that it was so simple. Pause for coffee. Oh, okay. Over to the Red Dirt Chanel. Let me see how I've got it set. I've got it set surprisingly similar. That's interesting. And I suppose what that tells me, rather encouragingly, is that I like the same kind of amp, but with more gain and louder for the lead stuff and then for the rhythm stuff. I'll make some changes for you. So let's go to a British AC30, and we'll make it a combo. We're gonna Brian May it up, all right? Just a little bit. It's not gonna sound like Brian May, but at least we can attempt to get something that would sound Brian May-ish. Does he use blues speakers? I think he does. No idea. I'd love to meet Brian May. That sounds nice. without the reverb, it's like this. Which is good, sounds real. That's kind of an AC30 type setting. Let's marshal this bad boy up. This thing, stack. See, it's quite, what you see is what you get, you know, I quite like that. Marshal, oh wait, yeah. This, good. I'm going to green back it. Let's use the Grittador. Sounds nice. It sounds really nice. And what I love is that they've kind of left no side untouched. Every single inch of this device is filled with switches and tricks and controls and areas and ways to get into it. So that placing it on a pedal board is a relatively simple thing to do. You know, you don't have to, I've got to angle it this way to get the cables in, and then I've got the switching here. And they've really thought through the placement of components inside, and I like that. I think it's good. The sounds are good. I think it's softer and smoother in some instances than I would like, but then I think it's incredibly flexible. I mean, what can't you do with a Simplifier X? I think it sounds better than the Boss. I think it approaches the UA Lion. I think it sits amongst the pantheon of these products and says, look, I'm a serious contender for the thing that you probably will always need to bring with you. I'm good friends with quite a few session guitar players just through the nature of running a guitar company, including Luke, Greg, who plays every single day. It was on TV last night. Joey, Z, Henny Hendrix, and a number of them, when we're chatting, will say, oh man, my amp blew up last night. In the case of Henny Hendrix, his amp blew up and then his backup blew up. Could you imagine? You got a big gig, you're hired by an artist, you're playing some kind of, you know, multi-thousand cap venue, and both of your amps go down. What are you going to do? Well, you're probably going to go, wish I had a Simplifier X. That would simplify the situation tenfold, I would have said. I think it's really good. I think it's the kind of thing everyone needs. Whether you prefer the Boss tone or the UA tone or the, you know, new X tone or the whatever tone, obviously it's in the ear of the beholder. But these kinds of products, here to stay. By the way, this board, I mean, how simple is this? It's a tuner, it's a gain pedal that I don't really need. I just kind of want it. And then it's effectively my amplifier. Anyway, please let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Simplifier X. And have an amazingly great day. Take it easy. Chappers out. I can't throw my pick because I just dropped it on the floor. Bye.